Okay, so we are now in about 8 weeks of recovery. So we're, walking 10 to 15 minutes a day. We're doing all of the things that the veterinarian and the surgeons they laid out the recovery plan for you. All you have to do is follow it. Okay? Again, best friends with your veterinarian. Lean on them during this time. So, bit of a funny story. I was taking Pearl out. We have a smaller pen. It's probably like maybe 312 by 12 stalls, maybe four. I don't know. Anyways, behind our barn and corrals, it's just a smaller little pen. And I thought, well, okay. So at first I was gonna put her out with our old mare Disco. But the day that I was going to do that, Disco was feeling extremely fresh because she had been stalled as well. So when I went to let Disco out, Disco got a little crazy, let's just say. She was running and jumping and bucking and all of the things, right? So I'm like, well, I very well can't turn her out with Pearl because, well, you know how that is. When one gets crazy, they all get crazy. So I thought, well, you know what I'll do is I will put her in with Whiskey because Whiskey is her traveling partner. And, I thought, well, I'll just feed them a little bit of hay on the ground. Whiskey, they'll come in and eat and they'll be okay, right? So I bring Whiskey up, and sure enough, he's cool as a cucumber. He's just hanging out, eating. And think about, I'm doing this when I'm at home by myself because Mike was gone. I think he was on a road job or something that day. So I was out there by myself, thankfully. And anyways, so I thought, well, it's time to put Pearl out and let her go. So you want to see a crazy horse, and you want to see a crazy horse owner. Let a horse go for the first time after they have had colic surgery. So I let her go, and off she goes. And of course, the first thing she's gonna do. She has been in a stall now for like 2 months, could have been over 2 months, because I was extra cautious on everything I did. I took longer than I probably needed to, but I just give her that time. So I go and I let her go, and she goes and she rolls. People, she's rolling. This is what got us into this situation, okay? So she rolled once. I was like, okay, that's okay. Then she rolled twice. I'm like, okay, I can handle this. Then she rolled 3 and 4, 5, 6 times. At this point, I was like, okay, I get that you've been in a stall. I get that you want to roll, but like, no, you need to get up. So I went over there and I got her up. I said, come on. And I did at that time just quietly walk over there. So she gets up. And she bucks. And she kicks. And at this point, Mike's driving in and he's watching this happen. She is the happiest horse on the planet, okay? She is jumping, kicking, bucking, doing all the things. And when she's bucking, she's not just doing a nice straight on buck. She is bucking and twisting and all of the things, people. All of the things. So there is me having a slight panic attack, right? Because I'm like, oh my God, I have just spent thousands of dollars on you. I have just spent months nursing you back to health. And oh my God, this is all gonna go away in like 5 minutes because you are like doing this, right? We are going crazy. She didn't. She didn't hurt anything. She was fine. She was perfectly fine. Miranda, on the other hand, was not perfectly fine. I managed to catch her. She wouldn't even let me catch her at first, but I did manage to catch her and calmed her down. But you guys, the happiest horse in the world. Her eyes were bright. Her mental her mental state changed instantly, right? She, thank God she didn't hurt herself, but she needed that. I didn't know she needed that, but that is exactly what she needed for us to move on to the next stage of recovery.